I was journaling a number of years ago on the fruit of the Spirit, and it was kind of interesting because I had this sense that I was supposed to journal it in reverse order. And so when I got to love, it was like the Holy Spirit said to me, you don't actually have to journal on love because you've actually discovered all the ingredients that makes up this incredible word called love. And so I want to take you on that same journey today. I want to take you on that reverse order into love. And we're going to start with this word, self-control. You see, in essence, the first word, self, is the problem. You see, self focuses on what I want, what I need. It's focused on your own insecurities and fears and your own inability to provide or take care of yourself. And you see, the Bible often talks about self as the flesh or the sinful nature. And so the essence of the fruit of self will always produce bad fruit. That's why we need self-control. You see, the control aspect of ourself begins to no longer listen to what the human nature wants, but it listens to what the divine nature wants. It listens to what God intends for us. You see, self reacts to circumstances and triggered by the anxieties and problems around us. But when we operate in self-control, we actually learn to live above the circumstance. We actually operate to slow down on the inside, to begin to operate from a place of peace, from a place of rest. We don't react to circumstances, but we learn how to respond as heaven would respond. We take every thought captive to Christ. You see, when we begin to understand the key to self-control, actually it begins to heal us of our anxieties, our stress, our tensions, and our pressures. And you see, when we begin to operate in that place of peace, we then begin to operate around us in an environment that releases that peace. So when we actually discover this fruit of self-control, amazingly, it begins to settle our stress, our anxiety. It causes us to live in what the Bible calls the peace that transcends all understanding. In other words, the circumstance is chaotic, but our heart is at rest, our heart is at peace, because it's at that moment that we begin to respond as heaven responds. And you see, when we begin to understand, God is so self-controlled. He could so easily want to be like Zeus and strike us with a lightning bolt, but he doesn't. He wants us to understand that love is always never thinking about self. It's always controlling that sinful nature, and it's always releasing us into a place where we can actually change our environment, transform the situations around us, and bring heaven to earth, not the chaos of our circumstances to destroy our hearts. That's the fruit of self-control. And so, ask the Holy Spirit, what are the things right now which dominate me and cause me to focus on me? And how can I begin to slow down and hear God's voice and allow the fruit of the Spirit of self-control to begin to be more evident, so that I can begin to respond to situations, not react in panic and fear to them. You see, the moment we learn to do that, that's the moment we can begin to transform the world around us. This is Steve Chua.